What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of IDK Sports Podcast, your premium spot to talk sports with the average guys.
Yeah.
My name is Anthony. This is my main man, Kenny.
What's happening?
And this is your premium spot to talk sports with the average guys every Monday, 5 p.m. YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all podcast platforms, and here on YouTube.
Yes, sir.
Like, follow, share, subscribe, comment, all that.
Yes, sir.
You know, let them know what it is.
If I like what you're saying,
yeah.
If I hear what you gotta say.
This draft, man, we giving out grades today, man. We giving out grades, we giving out what we think. Gonna go in depth to each team, look at who they drafted, you know what I'm saying, see what's up. And gonna start with some music today. A little bit of music, gotta start with some.
Let them folks know.
Just
get them something, DJ.
Let's do something. I don't know why. This song just came to my mind.
How you feeling, bro?
Hey, bro.
I feel like you can do better.
These niggas prayed on my downfall.
Hey,
These niggas prayed
some
on
of
my
them did.
downfall.
On this draft, some of them
On
did.
10, bitch, I stood tall. Show these disloyal niggas how to ball. Go get
Oh, messing up. Oh, we can go keep it Detroit. I'm trying to not say South by. I'm trying to go Detroit a little bit.
Okay.
We don't miss.
You know,
We do not miss.
don't miss.
I lost my nigga. That shit crazy. I mean, we just put him in the pavement.
Hey, the real was dope.
bro.
This song
Yeah, I
came
miss
out.
you more than
It was
80.
up.
I'm about to say, I've never been a
milligrams.
42
Bitch, I'm
guy.
still a man. We
But-
slinging Rock Nation. Yeah, bitch, you jiggle who?
You
And
didn't
I'm
like
plugged on the
42?
border, nigga, send 'em
You
through.
know-
I got a slight head bob for you right now, bro.
That's
I'm
crazy.
I'm doing
That's
45
crazy.
That's on any phone, dog.
Yeah, man. You tripping if you ain't like what? You ain't like 42
I feel
dog?
like it was a line in the sand, right? Even though he part of the same clique, right? Or last time I checked, I don't know. I'm out the loop. But it was like you either go over here with ESTG or you go over here with 42 Doug. I think some people just universal, like same
But
way.
they
with
had an album together.
I'm
That not
follow where I'm about to go. It's like same thing with like Little Baby and Gunna, right?
they had
So-
an album together.
Thank you. That's the point I'm trying to make. Is that some people that were just super loyal to Little Baby. Some folks that was just me, Drip or Drown, that series right there. I'm gonna go with Gunna. So I'm decisive.
I guess.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go
I like
ESTG
both.
over here, and I'm gonna go Gunna over here. Some people went Little Baby and Doug.
I did both. ESTG and it's both is fine. Doug done dropped some good mixtapes.
Hey, bro, I made my decision.
All right, bro. All right, let's take it back here then. Oh, this song I want to play. That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
They ain't what they doing. They gonna do me like
I
that?
don't hate either. I don't hate either group. I would actually like to start that discussion and be honest. Like, Little Baby versus Gunna. Who you got?
That's that. Ain't nobody gonna do that, bro.
Doug versus ESTG. Who you got?
I was trying to beat a case, but I ain't beat that case, bitch. I did the race.
Hold on, let me play the rhythm.
I'm the TK, I don't think you
Now.
want no action. You want action, you get turned.
Trigger warning. He actually meant what he was saying.
Yeah.
Well, let's get to
Nigga, let this raps.
Smith and Wesson made my number.
We saw it bumping into the club.
Yeah. Boy, role model was PGE. If that helps. Because I was keep the score.
Yeah.
But I was keep the score. And had the nerve to sit up there and some guns to the foot. You did it, brother. Hey, brother, you did it.
And it was all in the rap, man. It's crazy though. This is a crazy time.
Yo, he kept a slapping record. Like,
That race when that race came out,
bruh.
that was something different,
That
bro.
I'm just now getting hit to what's that joint he got? What's that joint called? What's the joint? Yeah, that I love my chopper joint. Stupid.
Still to this day. It's the only thing us and the younger kid can agree to. This song was
Yeah.
this song right here.
Yeah, still does it every time.
We went down to DR and it was bumping.
Yeah. Tornado's Universal. Tornado's Universal. I would like to see where that ends in like the next 2 years, because if it like, which I think it's already at the 10-year mark, right? Or probably like
not. It might be close.
at like 8, right?
It's close. It's close.
Yeah,
It's close.
it's. I'm not saying it's gonna have the same run. It might have the same run as Back that ass up.
Oh, light.
I can see it.
This song though right here.
No, you're wrong, baby.
Oh, yeah. How to spit How to spit
A snitch.
Come on, man.
I can still so.
Come on, man.
We paid $45.
To go to the Norma. I was there. I was there. I can tell you how it was. Damn, crowd smell like Black and Mild in there. That drink smell like that was funky and
I ain't gonna
musky.
lie. That year he was up.
Bro.
Yo,
Nasty
hey,
word.
one bottle of water. What, man? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to RP to Fredo. You know what I'm saying? That was a scary sight.
Right on the cut.
Y'all wasn't even live. That's back when all of them had bangers.
I say Lil
That's
Reese.
back-
Yeah.
That's back when Reese was out.
Reese was hot then.
Reese, SD, man.
Bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like it was a lot of cats. I ain't got time.
Before,
I ain't
y'all-
no music podcast and I ain't got time to play it. But SD was
but it needs to be said though, because SD, you know what I'm saying? I know y'all hot because y'all caught on around like Dirk and Bond. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But motherfuckers are scared of SD when he got when SD caught a tape. Oh,
Yeah, the SD was out. You know what I'm saying? They whole crew was out there. You know what I'm saying? It's bad we had to download stuff on live mixtapes. It was different.
that's a different type of passion.
Dang, these jokers for the Pacers and the Bucks do not like each
they
other.
catching real fades out there. Real fades. But that's playoff basketball, bro. That's
Yeah.
why
I
this
like-
is where your viewership come from.
I like
That's why I'll stay in the
I like
conversation.
my basketball with a little violence. A little
They
violence.
start making a little contact sport. You know what I'm saying?
You know.
Start issuing out fades, bro. But this is the intensity. You don't get this type of intensity during the regular season, though.
Nah, man.
But
I'm done.
about to see, you about to get us cut. You about to get copyright infringement all over this. And we ain't even 10 minutes in yet. We about to get clipped.
Oh man. All right. So where you want to start? You want to go by division? You just want to go down from A to the end? How you want to do this?
I would like to go by division, but we can just go. We can start at the top. Let's go A to Z. That's cool.
All right. So let's go. First team, Arizona. First pick they made was 16 pick for Walter Nolan.
I love they draft, bro.
I think Walter Nolan, that's a good pick. You need a D tackle in the middle. Especially in that NFC West division where Jokers want to run the ball, got to go up against Kenneth Walker. Who else is in the NFC West?
Rams.
The Rams want to run the ball.
Niners.
The Niners want to
Seahawks
run
for
the
sure
ball.
with Kenneth
Seahawks.
Walker.
So going to get you a D tackle. I think Walter Nolan, good production, big dude in the middle. Can get you a little pass rush too.
Yeah.
At that position. Not mad at it. Then to follow that up with, if he stays healthy, one of the biggest steals in the second round is Will Johnson. Had him bar injury and stuff. I still think he's gonna prove he's CB1.
Oh man, if he returns the form, I was just telling one of the homies the other day, if he returns the form, like even I don't know exactly.
You might have found your next Patrick Peterson.
I don't know all the details to his injury, but if he returns to at least 80-85%, that's still a lot past a lot of guys 100%. So he could really be a star out there. But I think the main takeaway with those first two picks is, kind of replicating some of the success you had in Philly. Mind you, this still is Jonathan Gannon.
Mm.
So where was Jonathan Gannon at? One of his first draft selections for Jonathan Gannon, and Eagles fans, don't kill me if I'm wrong on this. I'm just saying in recent memory, I think that was Jalen Carter. I think he was the DC.
He was gone by the time Jalen got there.
That's how long he been for. This will be his third year.
That'd be his third year, right? He been gone.
How long has he been in AZ? What, 2 years?
Nah, that'd just be his third year. Yeah, he been there 2 years.
That's crazy. All right. I'll take that point back. Either way, moving on, you still find Walter Nolan was still kind of getting some of those comparisons to Jalen Carter.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not all the way on that train yet, but Walter Nolan is disruptive. So I love that first round pick. Actually was hoping that he slid to 32 for the Eagles. that didn't happen. So that just tell you how much I love that pick for them. But then we already spoke on Will Johnson, bro.
You got Jordan Birch, edge rusher. Probably gonna have his hand in the dirt more. 6'4", 279. Probably gonna bump him inside.
Mhm.
Probably won't have him playing linebacker no much, but it's good to have guys bumped inside that can rush the passer too, though.
Yeah.
So, get Cody Simons, linebacker by Ohio State,
and Denzel Burke, right?
Denzel Burke,
Off ball guy. That makes sense.
Get Hayden Conner, get a guard late in the draft. Round it off with Caden Crawford, Nebraska safety in the 7th round.
Good deal.
I like the first 3 picks. I really like that. I mean, they got a D tackle, somebody that can stop the run and pass rush a little bit. Got an edge, probably more of a inside edge, inside defensive end or D tackle for the. Gonna probably move him inside. Big as he is, he probably gonna not play much with like off the ground. Will Johnson, hey, famine or feast. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You could really do good with 2nd round pick. I mean, now you talking about skills over slot, so you got anything to say on Arizona?
No. After those first 2 picks, I think those first 2 picks really kind of knocked it out the park, bro. Because if you get a complete ROI on that, that just changes your entire defense all the way around. And then just match what they did in the offseason. They still got Josh Sweat. You know what I'm saying? They still had still got Boot out there to carry you back, your secondary there. So I don't see the NFC West has always been one of those divisions that is not like a complete runaway. Cardinals always kind of like they don't look like a complete wash. Some, when they come time for like divisional games, those games be tough.
Yeah.
Cardinals be very much in those games, divisional time. So it's just getting to that next, getting over the hump, bro. And I don't know how close this last draft making, but you definitely got some foundational pieces. So I would give them a B.
Yeah, I think they had a good draft, real good draft. Let's go to Atlanta, right? Atlanta, you said it before. You kind of like what they did early, win the 1st round and got Jalen Walker first with the 15th pick. Turned around and came back for the 26th pick and got your edge rusher James Pierce. Went basically got 2 edge rushers. Even though I think Jalen Walker might get bumped inside and play weak side.
And they wouldn't be wrong.
I think he's
they
going to
wouldn't be wrong.
get bumped inside. Then you get James Pierce, which is a pure pass rusher right here. 3rd down specialist. That's what you want to be. Basically looking for another big time 3rd down specialist since who? What I had? Is it Vic?
I'm thinking about a cat from LA. Nope. Last big time pass rusher for them.
Yeah, pure pass rusher.
I can't remember.
But I like that. I like the Xavier Watts 3rd round.
Nice pickup.
In the 3rd round.
They got 2 safeties that I like.
Billy Bowman.
Yep. From Oklahoma.
Like him, but size might be an issue with safety.
Yeah, but see the beautiful part about that, right, is that he can play nickel too. He can jump down to that nickel, which kind of helps them. And he a fierce competitor, bro.
Yeah.
Like he can make turnovers too. And that's the 2 things I kind of liken to Xavier Watts, even though Xavier Watts kind of fit that more typical
6 foot 204.
Fit that more like size profile that you like.
Build a bigger frame.
But both those guys can get you turnovers. And this is with the presence of Jesse Bates still there.
Yeah.
Who can get you turnovers as well. Yeah. So just from like the back end of that defense, bro, or if this was just like a defensive draft all the way, hit on all 4 of those picks. Bowman, Watts, Pierce, and Walker. Those are 2 hits, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And again, there's value even in Bowman's case. There's value still getting some special teams reps. I mean, I know he was still like 4th round, I believe, 4th, 5th round. There's value in that.
4th round.
Thank you. Yeah. So, and I can very well see Xavier Watts being a plug and play. He's stepping in the shoes of Justin Simmons, who's still out there for free agency. So you get younger there. You know what I'm saying? You definitely got younger up front in the front seven. His wins all the way around, like what the Falcons did. I give him probably somewhere around a B+.
Okay. All right. Let's go on to Baltimore. Baltimore, they
Pissed me off.
Yeah, they got Malachi Starks at safety, somebody to play with Cal Hamilton. Kind of, I think, but is he never mind. Let me see all the picks and I'll ask you. Mike Green, production.
Yeah.
Production. That's really 17 sacks last year. Production. Got an edge rusher that can get to the ball, get to the quarterback. Emory Jones, one of my favorite offensive linemen out there. Yes, sometimes he gets beat with the speed rush. Sometimes he doesn't move his feet, but it's all teachable thing. I love his competitive spirit though. Like I've been high on Emory ever since the Senior Bowl. I love when jokers go up there and say, "Nah, I want the best joke. Bring your best."
Yeah.
Yeah, I might look bad sometimes, but I'm gonna get after it too.
Yeah.
You know, like that pickup. They had a lot of picks. They went and got my man Carson Vincent, 4-year starter from Alabama A&M, 6'7", 315. Another offensive lineman. SWAC, offensive lineman of the year, all SWAC team. I think he's very talented. People gonna be surprised. I won't be surprised if he make his way in the rotation. He is really talented. Tackle, and you can't teach that size. You know what I'm saying? Big dude. They got Teddy Buchanan from Cal.
Let's speak on that one.
We can start.
Yeah, we can stay at Teddy real quick. So I was hoping that they would make a linebacker selection earlier in this draft, bro. Is just because they kind of playing with Trent Simpson, seeing if maybe he can step up and be that Robin to Roquan, kind of like that boy that Patrick Queen left when he went to the Steelers. Is all right, so maybe in a couple years with some development, because I think Teddy's still a little undersized right now.
Yeah.
But
he's 6'2", 233.
And that's the thing. That is the new format for a linebacker nowadays, right? But he got range though, bro. He got range. He's got range.
See-ball, hit ball.
You know, but he's still kind of raw. You know, he played a lot of football, so I can't give him that. But as far as production and kind of matching the output he'll need to show at the pro level, there's some development there. But he could. He in the right room. Got one of the lead dogs in that linebacker room. So
yeah,
if he can make some competition, whether that's 1 year in a couple years on special teams or whatever have you, wait your turn. He can be the heir apparent. He got the tools though, because he got range for sure.
Mm-hmm. 6th round. They had a ton of 6th round picks. I mean, they got D'Hall Cone, I hope I said his name right, out of Western Michigan, cornerback.
Mm-hmm.
They went and got a kicker from Arizona, LeJontay Webster out of Colorado. They went 6th round. I think this draft, they really wanted a safety because they wanted somebody to play free and let your boy. That's why I'm asking about Malachi Starks. Is he a free or a strong?
Free.
Okay. And that's what they wanted.
Yeah.
That's why they didn't get Nico.
No.
Because you already got Hamilton.
Right.
You want Hamilton. Hamilton can play free, and he did it last year.
Yeah, but you want him.
You want him roaming.
You want him closer to the line.
Closer to the line, roaming around, making plays.
Right.
Don't have him constrained to play in center field.
Right.
So I get why they got Malik Starks 1st round.
Yeah.
You need that Robin for him.
Yeah. You definitely want to keep Hamilton as close to the action as possible, but still back there where he's a threat in pass coverage.
Mm.
So that
let him roam.
That made sense. That made sense for sure.
Mm. And Malachi Starks ain't no bad tackler too back there for you.
No.
So not really giving up
a
lot.
Yeah, I mean he ain't old school knock your head off safety, but he,
He get somebody on the ground.
get you to the ground. That's the name of the game. It ain't got to be hit stick, but it could very much be, hey, this play went no further than this, and you give our defense a chance. You give the next series a chance, and that's all it's about. So I like that pick for them. What I didn't like. Oh, real quick before I get to what I didn't like. I like the kicker selection. Why? Because Justin Tucker was struggling down like the back end of this last season.
And he getting older.
Yeah, so maybe it's time to start considering. Hey, Mike can start considering life without Justin Tucker.
Mm-hmm.
And then my last one, LaJohntay Webster. Probably not the most popular name in that Colorado wide receiver room, but he can play. Do not get that confused. He can play. Probably the most savvy out of that bunch, where he checks all the boxes that every receiver in that room does. Of course, he's not the superb athlete, like the ultra superb athlete that Travis was, but he does everything right. He does everything good. He runs good routes, has explosive plays. He can move the chains, good hands. He does everything good. And at that point in the draft where they picked him up, that's always a good player to have on your roster.
Yeah. So I wish they would have got a receiver earlier, but some of the players they got, I'm happy with. The defense had to get shore up a little bit for them, and they made it happen.
Yeah, I probably, I'm sticking consistent. I probably give him a B on this one too.
All right. The Bills, Maxwell Harrison was the last pick of the first round, or one of the last picks of the first round. Good corner.
Yeah. Probably the best click and close
one.
Yeah, click and close. You won't find one better in this draft.
Yeah, good corner, one of the fastest ones. Then they went D tackle. Like I said, everybody went D tackle early. Went TJ Sanders from that good South Carolina defense.
Good pick.
Maybe not much of a pass rushing D tackle, but definitely
run specialist.
Somebody that can clog
the run
thing and stop the run. They went and got Landon Jackson, the edge rusher. If you know who Landon Jackson is, from that viral clip in high school, the kid that was smacking the shit out of the bag. But he actually really turned into a really good defensive lineman.
that clip was trash.
That jump was bad, but he actually turned into a real good defensive lineman. They got him off the edge, trying to find that Von Miller type of replacement.
They got Joey Bosa this year too.
Yeah, like I said, the Von Miller replacement. That dude say hurt more than he played, bro. Ain't nobody worry about him. Then they went cornerback, D tackle, tight end, receiver. Later on, anybody that sticks out for you for the Bills?
Maxwell Harrison was one. That I was kind of surprised by that pick, even though it was kind of like once that pick happened, I was like, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. TJ Sanders for sure. I like that he's going to be in the same. Again, sometimes I think about development more than I think about what the right now value is. So by development, still in there with Daquan Jones, still in there with Ed Oliver. As far as being in that D tackle or that D lineman room, can't hate on that. You know what I'm saying? They already got a lot of value back from like Greg Rousseau. I told you they just got Joey Bosa. So you got a lot of experience on that defensive line. I think TJ Sanders is going to benefit a lot from just being there. So first 4 years we're going to see a big jump from him. I want to say something nice about Landon Johnson, but I can't. Landon Jackson, I can't.
He had good production in Arkansas.
I tell you what, he had good production. I'll just remember what you say. He had good production, and if I'm wrong, I'll be happy to be wrong.
Yeah.
Moving on. Deion Walker, big joker.
Yeah.
I think he just need a little bit more discipline, dude. When he coming off the ball, stand straight up. That does not help when you like 6'6", 6'7".
Yeah.
But one thing is for sure. Like I just got done, speaking highly on TJ Sanders. You give me some of that discipline back with Deion Walker, they will be looked at as geniuses. If they get some production out of him because he can go from anywhere from 0 to 5, 6, 7 technique.
Yeah.
He can go up and down. Because boy got athleticism. Even at his build, he got athleticism.
Yeah.
B-.
All right. So go to Carolina. We talked about them a lot. You know what I'm saying? Not a big fan of the first round pick going to a receiver, but whatever. We did follow it up to get Nick, Texas A&M, some more production in college. And then Princely. Got another edge rusher. Got Trevor Etienne, which I think if he don't go to jail,
what do you do? We ain't got to speak about that. It's okay.
you know what I'm saying? Don't he got like some? No. They haven't pressed charges on him yet. He got some issues though.
Oh, okay. I ain't know my boy had a rap sheet.
Yeah, I think Trevor got. See now I'm gonna take it back if I'm wrong.
You about to say you can't just put stuff on people's jacket. You gotta clear his name, bro. I'm gonna give you a second. Clear his name if you can. If you wrong,
I think I'm wrong though.
Okay. Yeah, just say you can't just be putting people on they put stuff on
Trevor
jacket.
Etienne, running back, was arrested in March 2024 and charged with DUI, reckless driving, and other related offenses. After a plea deal, his DUI was dismissed and he pled no contest to reckless driving and guilty to other charges. He'd be given 12 months probation. So he does have some.
Yeah, but it's not like he, because that sound like boy caught a body.
No, he ain't got nobody.
Okay.
The DUI, let's say, but yeah.
Yeah, you know.
And he has multiple misdemeanors charges.
Hey, brother. Hey.
I'm not trying to tell
Thank you,
that,
right? Yeah, thank you.
No, I'll make sure I'm reporting it right.
Okay. Let's be responsible.
That's why
man.
he fell to the fourth round. I'm trying to say why he fell to the fourth round.
All right.
You're talking about a running back at one point people thought was like the top running back in the class. I mean, he's not as good as his brother. Bro, you just said, you know what you said last episode. Don't
Wow. Bro, I just said clear his name. We could be out. We could actually move on. We gotta stay here. No pressure.
But I think that's a good pick. I think if for value in the fourth round,
there you go.
You know, I ain't much to say. Jimmy Horn, love that pick at 6. I think he's gonna come and help us right away in the slot. Right away.
It doesn't help. It doesn't hurt.
Right.
I mean, Adam Thielen kind of holding down that, that slot receiver responsibility, but I mean, how much longer can that hold up? You know,
we ain't gotta give him no grace. So we're gonna speed up a little bit just to like
for time's sake.
We still gonna go through each team. We're just gonna speed up a little bit. Chicago, I love it. I love this draft for them. I love it. You go get a tight end, a blocking tight end, a decent blocking tight end, and the joker that runs good routes with Loveland. Then you follow up and think, in my opinion, the best receiver in the class. Behind maybe Mbeka. Probably the best pure route running wide receiver.
Yep.
You wouldn't go get Luther to match up with DJ Moore. Then you got the tight end. So then after that, you go get him, you trade up in the second round, go get an offensive tackle from Boston College. Good production, good pass protection. Then, okay, I'm going to go get Shamar Turner to help out the defense.
They cooked in the second round.
Like
they had 3 second round selections. And if I could have wanted anything in this draft, it's exactly that. How many picks can I get between rounds 2 and 3? They made the most out of them.
Them 3, if all 3 of them hit in the second round with that first round selection, you're talking about
they could
turned around team quickly.
Let us say, I know we ain't gonna stay here that long, but one thing if I had to take away one key word away from their draft, it's just options. They just gave Caleb hella options. Mind you, they got DJ Moore already. Keep in mind they already got Romeo Dunze. Keep in mind they already got Cole Kmet. So you add Colston Loveland, who was probably who was tight end 1 for a few people. Other people went Tyler Warren.
Yeah.
And then you
now you got somebody up the seam, in the middle of the field.
Thank you. And now you add Luther Burden to that.
So now DJ can roam.
Thank you.
Luther can play outside.
He can play, and that's where a lot of people got his evaluation mixed up because Luther bounced around, whether it was slot.
Yeah. Chicago, he can play outside because they don't want DJ to play all over the space.
He can do it all.
So basically, Luther just helped DJ go back the way to the Carolina.
Right. And then if you want to add a Terry on top, bro, just Shamar Stewart. You can never, you know what I'm saying, add some value to the trenches. It never hurts. And you just got a plus player there. So I'm going to give him an A.
Love it. Love it. And all season, the Bears been cooking.
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 You know, add some offensive line help, bro. You gotta fight in that division, bro. You gotta really fight. Probably the toughest division.
Yeah. The Bengals went and got Shamar Stewart first. Had to go get the edge rusher. They had to get Shamar off the rip.
Mm-hmm.
Had to get him because you had no Shamar Turner was for the Bears.
I got that confused. My bad.
Shamar Stewart, the edge rusher, had to get an edge rusher. Had to.
Ain't no guarantee Trey Henderson gonna be there.
You know what I'm saying? Then you got Demetrius Knight off that good South Carolina defense, good inside linebacker, in my opinion.
Smart linebacker.
You just had to go defense. I mean, they did what they had to do. They went defense, got a couple offensive linemen, but really with the few picks they had went straight defense. And
Needed it.
That's all they could do.
Needed it.
We want to talk about Cleveland, or we already talked about Cleveland?
We can make it quick.
Mason Graham, I like it. I think the most all-around D tackle. Swishinger at linebacker, not too happy
really in
about it, love with it, but he was a good player. I think he's not at the first pick of the second round. Is he going to be something special? No, but is he going to be a good linebacker for years? For a good couple of years? Yeah. I don't think you expect nothing crazy from him.
Yeah.
They get Quinshawn, like I said, good back, still kind of early. And
that's the thing I hate about their second round. I don't know if Carson Schlesinger or Quinshawn Judkins, if
that's the game changer.
Like, exactly. And at the top of the second round, mind you, those two picks were like within 3 picks of each other at the top of the second round. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, you still got a lot of very good players on the board at that moment. I don't know if they were BPA in those moments.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Especially when you skip over Travion.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Carson Schlesinger, it's a linebacker. You never know. We can never guess the value of those picks. You know what I'm saying? We don't know how much of a team values a linebacker. I think you could have traded back there and garnered some more picks, but I digress.
It's the Browns.
It's the Browns, right?
Harold Fanning, I like that pick at 3. You know what else happened at 3, and you know Shadur went 5th. Let's go past him.
Hated it. Hated it.
The Cowboys. Tyler Booker at 12.
They got better.
Needed somebody to help you run the football.
I hate that.
Needed a mauler to help you move grown men out the way so you can run the football. Love that pick. They went and got your boy Siobhan.
Damn it.
You know, they had
athletic.
They did a lot of
6'2", 6'3", can run. Man, damn good man corner. Bro, so they already got, you know, my boy from Wake Forest was got drafted there last year. Trayvon's still there, but he's hurt. Deron Bland, you know, Jerry definitely made this decision thinking like, hey, Siobhan get healthy, that boy get heal up. I'm cutting some contracts in that room right there. Yeah. I'm making some money decisions in that room right there.
Yeah. Broncos, they got Barron, 20th pick in the first round as a corner to play.
Smart.
Really didn't need a corner, but hey, where they was at, take the best player.
Yeah.
And why not solidify the secondary, find a
best player available. It makes sense.
Somebody put on the other side of your boy. RJ Harvey, it was early. Not saying I don't like him, but I felt like it was kind of early.
Yeah, but again, you just get into preferences at that point. By the time this selection was up, Travion's gone, Quishon's gone, Caleb was still on the board. Travion was gone.
Was he?
He went to the Patriots.
You're right.
And so only thing I could have considered over RJ Harvey was probably Caleb Johnson, but you know, it's preference.
But I do like that, hey, take the best player available and then you could get depth some other places.
Sneaky pick, Savion Jones, like that edge from LSU. Good production in college. See, that might be paid off later. Let's note.
All right, Detroit needed D tackle help, especially to help stop the run a little bit. So they went and got one of the biggest men in the draft. Tyleik Williams, 6'3", 334 from Ohio State. Good run stopper. You don't need more pass rush.
Boy, take a step. Then once he gets off the ball, run is stopped. Everything in the middle is stopped. Yeah. And you can't ask for nothing more. Shout out to Detroit, bro.
Shout out to Detroit. Went and got an offensive lineman, Tate Rutledge.
Good guard.
Right. And really just everybody else is really just depth and hope when somebody hit for you.
When you get somebody that has everything, right?
Yeah.
Their main concern was just getting healthy.
That's all it is. Green Bay, they said we're gonna find somebody that can catch the ball for Jordan Love. That's basically what they found. They said we're gonna find somebody to catch this ball for Jordan Love. Went and got Matthew Golden with their first round pick. Follow that up with Anthony Belton, another good tackle.
Mm-hmm.
Another good tackle. Said big man was a thing. Then followed up with a big physical wide receiver like Savion Williams. Great after the catch guy. For as big as he is, he can run. He can run. 6'4", 222, but receiver. He really can go. Then went more defense towards the end of the draft. But hey, they said we're gonna get Matthew Golden because somebody got to catch the ball.
So I'm about to say, so between was it Savion Jones or was it Savion Williams that they picked?
Mm-hmm.
Between Golden and Savion Williams, bro, everybody in that wide receiving room has been put on notice.
Yeah.
And it doesn't help if you're a cat like Christian Watson who's healing up from an ACL injury. But Dobbs was on his last year in his rookie contract. Hey, brother. Everybody can't go. Everybody can't go. Good luck to you.
Let's see. What did Houston do? Houston got Jaden Higgins. Had to get a receiver because you don't know when Tank coming back.
Yeah.
Lost Stephon Diggs.
They got both the Iowa State boys.
Yeah. So they went receiver heavy because you needed it. Gotta have it. Had no other choice. Everybody else is pretty, you know what I'm saying, like some gap fillers, but you had to go receiver because Tank, you don't know when Tank's coming back, and you gotta have somebody to be on the other side of Nico.
Yeah. I see Jalen Reed here. That's a notable name, of course. Jalen Smith. I don't know. I don't really understand it, but I guess safety depth is a thing. But secondary depth is a thing. But they got so many safeties, bro.
Mm-hmm.
They got so many corners. So I don't really understand those picks. But hey, they know better than I do. So we'll see. But they got the last thing the Texans need is a damn secondary depth. They got hella safeties.
Look at the Colts. I think getting Tyler Warren helps.
Restore the feeling, bro. You gotta restore the feeling in the building.
Yeah, I think Tyler Warren helps. Everybody else, I'm kind of like, okay, let me see. Let me see where they go. I mean,
as far as comparison between JT Tiamola, I hope I'm saying this name wrong. I apologize if so. But in comparison between him and his running mate Jack Sawyer, Jack Sawyer garnered the hype, but JT had a lot of production too. Jack Sawyer, for those that know that he was a blue blood Ohio State player, all 4 years, what I'm saying? He was, kind of stepped into that leader role before he even stepped on campus. But JT himself, athlete, uber production, had moves, still a little bit raw, but he makes sense for where he's going, at least. You know what I'm saying? From a production standpoint and from a development standpoint, I can understand that selection from Indianapolis.
Jacksonville, the big thing.
Big dog. They got their big dog.
With Travis Hunter, that was the person that they really wanted. They traded, went and got him. Caleb Renshaw. I like that. In third round. I'm not with some of the comps people giving them, but I think that's a decent 3rd round pick for them to help them out on the outside a little bit. But went got Tootin in the 4th round as well.
Yeah.
Another
Home run
back.
hitter.
Yeah. And then Jack Kaiser from the linebacker from
Notre
Notre
Dame.
Dame, like that. So they got some good depth and some good but Travis Hunter was their guy.
Yeah, after that, the draft was over.
Yeah,
Well,
for them.
day one.
Yeah,
But it does help to get Bezos too. That is a home run hitter, bro. And could again, this projected moving forward, he can clear out that RB room if he wanted to. I still like the value they get in Tank Bigsby, but ETN, you should feel something. Your hairs on your back of your neck should be standing up. I ain't gonna lie to you because the boy can play.
Chiefs, old tackle, Josh Simmons. I think that was a big pickup for them. Needed somebody to replace your boy they let go or traded off.
They just keep getting better, bro.
Yeah, man. They had a good draft.
And what I love about like being in this like the latter half of the draft, bro, is that good players are just bound to fall. Because some teams up there are just overthinking it. And you know, if you can just sit back between like 28 to 32 or like those last 6 teams, all you doing is just plucking. Seeing, you know, you just like, oh, best player. Oh, best player. Oh, best player. All you just doing is picking who's like the best of who's available. And it doesn't matter from which position, because all of it's going to be value at some point, even if it doesn't make sense in year one. It's going to make sense down the line. So that was just the story of their draft, is that they just kept picking the best player available, and it's going to make sense. You just trust Reed with those type of decisions. You know what I'm saying? Like Omar Norman Lott, freakazoid at D tackle. You know what I'm saying? Like 280, probably like a little bit lighter than what you like, but he gets production, hella production. Noah Williams, low key corner out of Cal, can play man or zone. You know what I'm saying? Jalen Royals, probably one of the most underrated wide receivers. Ask your boy Steve Smith Sr. He loves Jalen Royals. Again, all you doing is just picking the best player you got on your board, and the Chiefs did that. Shout out to them.
The Chargers, Amarian Hampton, big pickup. Somebody to help, somebody to go with Najee, a real complete back. You know, reminds me a lot of Breece Hall. This is a complete back that can do a little bit of everything for you.
Yeah.
Trey Harris, the receiver, went and got you some more receiver help, even though you picked good with Ladd and
Quentin.
Quentin is still doing. Quentin took a big step last year. I really think the Amarian pick was just a home run. You need a back, a home run back, complete back, and you got the power back with Najee.
Favorite.
And you want to run the football. I think that was really good.
One of my favorite drafts, bro. One of my favorites. They don't Amarian, like Andrew said, home run. I even like Trey Harris, bro. Again, you got your guy in Quentin, Ladd holding down the slot. I think they even got what's my boy from Clemson? Mike Williams came back this year.
Mm-hmm.
Trey Harris can pull up from wide receiver 4. That's fire, bro. And even the low key picks like a Rondé Gatson, who they picked late in the round, they're known for getting those like atypical tight ends like Gerald Everett. Where Rondé Gatson he has a slight build now, but in a couple years, bro, he can do some production with it. I know that's the type of tight ends that Chargers like, so that makes sense too.
Yeah. Let's go to the Raiders. I skipped over the Rams because we got time constraints, but the Raiders, Ashton Jeanty early. Then you went Jack Beck. Then you went Damian Porter. How you feel about their draft?
People love their draft. I didn't really. I'm not so much in love with it.
Their later rounds is pretty good. I like Hitman Wade from South Carolina, D tackle. Then you follow it up with JJ. 2 big men, really big men with that defensive line. I'm not too high on they. Ashton Jeanty is cool, but that's kind of high for a running back for me. And Jack Beck was kind of high for me too, personally.
Yeah. Outside of Ashton Jeanty, again, and once you get your guy, it's like the rest is kind of like fillers. I do understand the profile with Darian Porter. That is a solid pick. I ain't gonna hate on that. Iowa State corner. I think he's like 6'2", 6'3", can run, makes sense. He could be a valuable pick down the road. But outside of that, I'm not so much in love with it.
Raiders draft. Let's go Miami. Kenneth Grant, love it. Love it. You need a run stopper, especially when ain't Christian Wilkes gone?
Yeah.
So you need a big man run stopper. Need that. Somebody to clog up the run, especially you got the pass rushers. Need a run stopper, and then you follow it up also and get Jordan Phillips. More depth. More depth. Ollie Gordon, the 6th round, I think could be one of the biggest steals of this draft.
Yes, sir.
I mean, you're not gonna make me forget
you
what
can't
I saw.
make me, you can't make me move on from 2023. Yeah, you just can't make me move on from that.
I mean, he got some speed. He know how to break tackles. A downhill back, got decent speed, but the size 6'1", 226, and the way he was moving, you can't get.
Yeah. Nah, you can't make me just forget on like 2023 never happened, bro.
Yeah.
I refuse. And then again, you got just space eaters between Jordan Phillips and Kenneth Grant.
Let's skip up to New England. New England, I think, had a really good draft. For me personally, this is probably one of the higher rated ones I have. I think you go get a slam dunk, can't miss, ready to go, Pro Bowl, multiple years, like probably the best offensive lineman product I've seen since Joe Thomas.
Dog. He got a dog mentality.
And I think he's going to fit what Mike Vrabel wants to do.
Mm-hmm.
But this is probably one of the best offensive lineman talents I've seen.
Cornerstone. He's a cornerstone.
Yeah, could be there for a long time. Then you turn that around, get Travion Henderson. I think another back that has a chance to win Rookie of the Year with the chances he might get.
1-2 punch between that 1-2 punch between him and Ramondre Stevenson. Gonna be nasty.
I just like they draft. I like the pitching with their first 2 picks really made the draft for me. I think you got probably the best player available.
Kyle Williams be my last note about them. Their draft. This is probably my highest rated draft for all teams is the Patriots. Kyle Williams, for where they got him, bro. Mark my words, second coming of Stephon Diggs, bro. And it just helps that Stephon Diggs is there now.
Okay,
like that. He's like that.
Close to know what the Saints did, but we got Kelvin Banks. I like that offensive tackle. Another good player.
Mm-hmm.
Good tackle. And they went and got Tyler Show. Yeah.
You ain't got any follow-up thoughts on that?
They got my man Danny out of Oklahoma in the 4th. Yeah. I think he should have been way higher. Yeah, production matters.
It's a running mate, bro. It's a running mate. You know, mind you, right now you got Pete Werner there.
348 tackles, 35 tackles for a loss. A 3-year start at Oklahoma.
Yeah,
that's like you can't fake that.
No,
you can't fake that. And it's like the same thing people say about Luke. I know Luke was a top pick, but people just thought Luke like, well, who else is on the team tackling? Teams wasn't that good, bro. You just don't get 100+ tackles
on the arm. You know what I'm saying? On the arm. And I love that pick too, because it was Demario Davis ain't gonna be there forever too. Pete Werner still playing good ball, so it makes sense.
When he dropped to the 4th round, I was like, really? I could have swore he'd been a day 2 guy.
You know, overthinking the draft.
Trying to make 2 + 2 = 5. Devin Neal, good running back. I'm surprised he dropped down to 6.
Yeah, buddy. I got him, and it helps too because he got Kamara
back too.
He got Kamara there, bro. Got contact balance out this world.
Mm-hmm.
Strong back, man.
Mm-hmm.
Ask Colorado, tore their dumbasses up.
Yep. We talked about the Giants. Skip over them. Talk about the Jets. That Missouri picked offensive lineman ran good, looked good the Senior Bowl, combine, and stuff like that. But did we see enough for him to be drafted this high?
You need somebody. You need offensive line help.
But for him to be drafted that high,
you can't. Again, he was one of the higher rated offensive linemen.
Ran a 4.91.
So you got to follow your board at that point. He's one of the higher rated linemen at that point. So you can't really argue too much when you need the help.
Yeah,
you need the help. Can't hate it. I don't recall off the top of my head who was still available at that time.
I mean, it was 7. So
Yeah.
A lot of people. So
Yeah, I'm about to say. So,
um,
there was talk about, Tyler Warren or Loveland at that point. The tight end was discussed, but bruh, just go with what you know. You know what I'm saying? Year one for your boy.
Aaron Glenn.
You know what I'm saying? Let's be safe. Let's go offensive line first.
Yeah.
And, save the flashy stuff for year 3.
Philly. Let's talk. I'm gonna let you go ahead and go with Philly. How you feel about how y'all did?
Man, so I'm gonna start first. Jihad Campbell. I think how you pronounce it, Jihad Campbell. Either way, Jihad Campbell, bro, animal. Spoke about him during the draft cycle when we was covering like pre-draft coverage, bro. Whether it's off ball, edge, you got a weapon. If you wanted Abdul Carter late in the draft or late in the first round, this is what you got. And he's still an animal. So covered. Needed safety help, pick up Makuba in the second round. He can jump down into the nickel if you plan to move Cooper DeJean to the outside, which I hope that doesn't happen. Got some offensive linemen there, got some depth there. That all makes sense. I like that D tackle that they picked up out of Nebraska. It was a Ty Robinson. Dude's like 6'6", just big old country strong boy, but he's athletic as all hell. Everybody they got was like had hella high RAS scores. Ty Robinson to be included. Dude's like 6'6", 288, something like that. Big joker, but he's athlete, all athletes. And again, when you're sitting at the back end of the draft, bro, you of course is no need to explain. You don't really need too much, so you build depth, and that's what they did. I can't be too mad at them.
Yeah, good draft. We talked about Pittsburgh already. We like they draft. Just wish they would have drafted the quarterback sooner. But I can't be mad at they top 4 picks. I just can't. Top 3 picks.
Were they solid though?
Derek Harmon.
Yeah, I'm about to say Derek Harmon.
Caleb
solid.
Jones, solid. Jack Sawyer, solid. You know, just for where they got him at, all their picks were solid.
You know what I'm saying?
Like I wish they would have got a quarterback, but it is what it is. The Ravens got Greg Roman. They're gonna run the football. Went and got us a guard from North Dakota State, first round. Went and got a guard. I mean, went and got somebody.
Seahawks?
Seahawks. Yeah, Seahawks.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. With Greg Roman. Then you went and got Nick, safety. You know, they like the defense that they got likes to run.
Good pickup.
And
that was like one of the most obvious connections with Nick Amawari going to the Seahawks.
Yeah.
That was so obvious. It was like, damn, this shit is just gift wrapped it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for Cam Chancellor. There's Cam Chancellor.
Then you got Elijah Arroyo. Need a tight end for that offense with Greg Roman.
Yep.
Gotta have a tight end. Jalen Milroe is suited for this offense, but you have Sam. But when it's time,
when it's time to put this show on the road, he'll be ready.
Yeah. They got Torrey Horton, which is I think
underrated.
People forgot how good he was.
Underrated. And he coming there
because he was the one that was cooking Colorado and cooking up Travis.
They took them to overtime that year.
Yeah.
And that wasn't by mistake because Torrey was eating that game.
Yeah.
That was not by mistake.
Yeah, so I like what the Seahawks did.
You know what I'm saying? They come a couple years down the road, they blowing the roof off, folks. Again, these are the drafts to do it.
Yeah.
They ain't gotta be stars day one. But they did what they needed. They did what needed to be done.
Niners defense. That's all I can say. Defense. They went and got a ton of defense.
Was it Michael Williams?
Alfred Collins.
Nice.
Nick Martin.
Nice.
Upton Stout, which he is undersized, but that boy talk about toughness. They talk about toughness with other that joker from West Kentucky. Do not mind putting his head in the action. You know what I'm saying? Getting after it. So I mean, they first 4 picks. They first picks was all defense.
Hey, bro, when you you gotta fill some gaps, bro, because it's like they lost a ton, just from the cuts they had to make room for Brock Purdy. So you lose Dre Greenlaw, you lose, a few jokers over the years, Afunga, getting some of the D linemen that they lost, but you lose a few of those cats. Shit, Javon Hargrave just leaving it. Like, bro, you're gonna have to make up some of that and get younger too. So it makes sense. It makes sense.
It had to, man. It had to. Tampa Bay, Becca and Jigba.
I like their draft.
Benjamin Watson, I like that. Jacob Parrish.
Morrison.
Morrison. I'm saying I say Watson. Benjamin Morrison, like that. Jacob Parrish. I mean, I kind of like a lot of what they did. Didn't have many picks. David Walker, all he did, I know he played on the FCS level, but nothing but production. Nothing but production. 31 sacks in 3 seasons. I don't care what level you play at. That's pretty damn good.
FCS, and he was like 6'1". You know what I mean? But bro, you can't tell that by tape. Bro was a damn demon off the. It's a demon out there. And then again, same that I mentioned with Will Johnson earlier. Benjamin Morrison was overcoming some injuries, but bruh, him and Zion McCullum can be a tandem.
Yeah,
can be a damn serious tandem from years moving on, bro. Like, so keep an eye out for that. And then Emeka Ibuka, Mr. Do It All, bro. Mr. Do It All. And gonna be a part of that change of the tide out there with Jalen McMillan. Those two, not to say I'm not saying either one of them Mike Evans, but that turnover of duo between Chris Godwin and Mike Evans, Emeka Ibuka, and Jalen McMillan could be that.
Yes. The Titans, I'm looking at their stuff, they picks, they got the guy. They got Cam Ward.
Once you get your guy, we ain't got to explain it. The rest is explainable. With everything after that is a bonus.
They got the guy. That's really it. And last but not least, we got Washington. We got went old tackle first round, got to protect the asset. Trey Amos, I know you're not as high on him as everybody else is.
He just not physical enough for me. He sticky man coverage. I give him that. You know what I mean? But that boy does not like to see the run game come at him. If he runs it, I hate it here. That'll be my only knock on Trey Amos. But lengthy corner, fits the bill, 6'1", 6'2", 190, prototypical size, but bro, do not run at me.
So that's about all the teams. Out of everybody, I will say this: the 2 teams that I like the best, for my draft board, I'm like, as far as grading, I think Steelers, and take away that they should have got a quarterback and they didn't, but I'm gonna say Steelers for who they did pick. I like a lot, and I like New England's draft.
Yeah, same. I would go New England as well. Chargers. I like that. I just like that Omarion pick. That's gonna pay some dividends. Bucks is up there, like their pick as well. So probably just those 3. They all cook.
Who do you think had bad days or confusing days? Didn't answer the question.
I was about to say Browns, Saints, Oakland.
You don't think Oakland did enough?
People love their draft though, but I do not get it.
Yeah, they kind of spread out what they did. You got a lot of picks.
I said Oakland, Las Vegas. My bad, y'all.
Yeah, got a lot of picks. You went and got the guy that you like, and then you just went and got a lot of picks and got cats that was like help out defense, receivers. Just took a lot of chances on a lot of guys, but I think that's why everybody like them.
But when you need everything, what I'm saying, it just kind of doesn't look like a concentrated thought. Doesn't look like you know exactly where you want to go. And some of their picks, I thought there were just better players available during the draft. Like every time they was on the clock, I was like, man, the player they picked, I could probably name somebody that was better at that position. Or I could make an argument for somebody else when they picked, like Jack Betch, like Trey Harris was still on the board at that time. You know what I mean? Like it was just account or times like that where I was like, don't know if I see what you're thinking, but I would have went here. But it's preference at that point.
Yeah. I'm with you. The Saints though. Don't know what they were trying to prove. And then the Browns. Browns and Saints was like confusing to me. Everybody else, even though they might not pick who I thought I wanted them to pick or put in the position I thought, the picks were solid. So a lot of people made solid picks. Offensive lineman heavy draft, defensive tackle heavy draft, copycat league, man. Everybody trying to match what the Eagles are doing. Get a good offensive line, D tackle stop the run.
Yeah.
And then that's basically
win the line of scrimmage.
Win the line of scrimmage. So that wraps up the 2025 draft for us, man. Now it's getting to the point now where it's gonna see like, let's see what they do. Talk is over.
Yeah.
No matter where you drafted, doesn't matter now.
Yeah, nobody remembers that. Without a phone in their hand, they won't know. So, and that goes for the folks that was undrafted too.
Yeah.
I kept my eye on a few people that went some places after the draft, bro. Like, so none of that matters.
Yeah.
None of that matters. Everybody got how they say it on socials. Everybody got the same time in the day, bro. It's all about what you do with it. So, from the drafted, undrafted folks, people that went places that they didn't think, hey, bro, it's time to put your head down and do the work. You know what I'm saying? Opportunity don't care who gets it. Opportunity don't care who gets it. So
that's just what it is. We done went past the evaluation process. People gonna start evaluating next year's earlier. We're not. We're gonna wait. We're gonna wait. But just now it's just time to prove it.
Yeah.
Wherever you were drafted, now it's just time to put up or shut up.
And the folks that's still out on the road, being invited to like rookie mini camps, things of that nature, bro. Bro, if you can play, you can play. Exactly. They'll find you, bro. The offseason just doesn't stop with the draft, man. So keep at it for my boys that still out there on the road. Go after your dream, man. Go after your dream.
So, just like the draft, this episode is IDK Sports Podcast, your premier spot to talk sports with the average guy. My name is Anthony. It's my main man Kenny. It's 5 p.m. on all platforms. Until next time, holla.